explosive weapons are those weapons activated by the detonation of a high explosive substance, and this creates blast and fragmentation effects. So explosive weapons in populated areas, and what we mean by populated areas are any concentration of civilians, be it a city, a town, a village, a refugee camp, etc. And we also use this term, any concentration of civilians, because this is a term which is used in some IHL treaties already. So for instance, Additional Protocol 1 or the Protocol 3 to the Convention on Conventional Weapons. Explosive weapon with a wide impact area. This is the expression we used in our official positions, or with having wide area effect, if you want. What do we mean by that? We mean those weapons that have wide area effect because of the large destructive radius of the individual munition. That means, for instance, large bombs or big missiles, even if they are precision guided, due to the quantity of explosive, they can have wide area effect. The second category of the weapons having wide area effect are those that have wide area effect because of the lack of accuracy of the delivery system of the munition. So typically here we think about unguided indirect fire weapons, such as mortars or artillery. And the third category of explosive weapons are those that have wide area effect because they are designed to deliver multiple munition over a certain area. And here we think mainly of multiple rocket launchers that can actually launch dozens of rockets in few seconds. Improvised explosive devices, IEDs, are also included in the reflections on explosive weapons in populated area if they are entering into one of these categories. So now what are we not talking about? The objective of our work on explosive weapons populated area is really to make the case that certain types of weapons are problematic when used in populated areas. So for weapons that have already been addressed in international treaties, there is no need to make the case again. It has already been done. That's why we are not talking here about weapons that have been already prohibited or limited in international treaties, such as anti-personnel mines or cluster munitions. The second thing is that when attacks are directly targeting civilians, then the issue is not really the weapon used, but the behavior of the combatants, the decision to target civilians as such. So here the acceptability or not of the weapon used is not really relevant. That's why we are not really discussing these cases of use of weapons directly against civilians for our conversation. So as a summary of what we are talking about, what we want to show is that the use of explosive weapons having a wide area effect, even when aiming at a legitimate military target, raise concerns regarding the extent of civilian casualties and damages when they are used in densely populated areas. And the problem is that armed forces too rarely adapt the methods of warfare meaning their tactics, or the means of warfare, meaning the weapons used, to the environments in which they are fighting. So you have weapon systems originally designed for use in open battlefield, or at least to create area effects on the ground, that are also used against military objectives in densely populated areas, and including weapons that have wide area effect. So the ICRC is working on this issue with a very broad multidisciplinary approach, tackling at the same time the legal, the humanitarian, the military, and the technical aspects of the issue. But today, and for the sake of the seminar, I will focus on the legal aspects, of course.